Hey everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for the second episode in my very first single-player Age of Wonders 4 series. We are playing a very long-term focused archer build here, very critical hit focused archer build. There's some fun shenanigans involved with that. It's going to be great if I can manage to survive long enough to pull it off. This is a free-for-all game with 6 other computers in it. Everyone's at war with each other, so going to be a lot of hurt feelings all around. But hopefully I can hang in there to really show off what this build is capable of. But for starters, we're just trying to expand around our city. Most of you probably have seen the last episode, so let's just carry on. We got a battle here to take out these things with the help of our Agatha there, Agatha's army. Safe battle shouldn't be too hard. This is just a couple of shield guys and bannermen, defenders. So I think these are all feudal units. Yeah, I'm gonna try to auto this one. This doesn't look too scary to me, but we'll see how dumb the computer is. The computer is indeed exceedingly dumb. Okay, let's go ahead and retry that. Make sure that I don't take absolutely completely unnecessary deaths and damage. We'll let these guys move up. Oh my gosh, how did you manage to screw this up? Because I mean, it gives me great defensive terrain, like right off the start here. Like literally just run on that hill and defend it. That's all you have to do. The AI, oh, they struggle in this game. It's rough sometimes. All right, let's get these guys out and around here. Now my shield guys are a little beat up after following the last battle in the last episode. They got smacked by poison damage a few times, but there should be no reason that they would actually die from this. I'm going to put pikes on each side, and archers, obviously, right up on that hill. Perfect spot for them. And get my scout unit up here. Occasionally I am known to forget that they're sitting down there by themselves if they're in the battle. Okay, let's go ahead and end that turn. Alright, so basically all I've got to do is set up here. They don't really have any ranged attacks aside from Banner Smite from the Bannerman, which I am not too terribly concerned about. I'm going to move archers up here and give them... Let's see, I can do this. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and give this group of units Awakened. And that will increase accuracy all around. It's still not great, but I do have up to a 60% chance to hit him. But I've still got that 20% crit chance in my back pocket from Overwhelm Tactics, so that's pretty nice. I'm going to move the shield guys, probably, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the shield guys here, pikes there, but then back off the shield guys, so that if these guys go after the shield guys, they can only hit once, which tempts them into hitting the pikemen instead, which has they can hit twice, but the pikeman is going to be defended by the shield guys and have more health to retaliate. And then with the archers, you just kind of start firing them off. The shield guys have to come to me, so I probably would lean towards prioritizing the bannerman, soften him up a little bit, maybe even try to get him to heal himself. It doesn't really matter if I miss, not a big deal right now. And then these guys are going to come running into those pikes. That is perfectly fine with me, although we may no, the pikes are where they need to be because they're protecting the archers, so that's fine. The moment those pikes come in, they are going to get absolutely smashed by Agatha. Ooh, I did not mean to move the scout there. They're going to get absolutely smashed by Agatha. Okay. So we'll have these guys, it looks like they're just going to go do buffs. Bannermen like to do that. They love to just sit around and buff stuff, which I guess is maybe kind of what they're supposed to do, but I very rarely see the AI actually using them to try to attack anything unless they've literally expanded all of their other options. Okay, so this guy thinks he's smart because he stood in a bush, but he is not smart because Agatha doesn't care if he's standing in a bush. I'm going to move Agatha around to this side and get a nice flank attack right on the back. There we go. Take out most of his health right there. And break his guard, perhaps more importantly, allowing other units to hit him. Now, I'm not going to shoot him with the archers. I think in this case... Oh, I've canceled his retaliation, so there's no reason not to just stab him to death with the spear guys. Yeah, he is dead. Alright, so now we've just got these guys out here. The shields did basically exactly what I was hoping they would do. I am going to, you know what, I'm gonna just leave the archers where they are, actually. I'm probably going to have these guys take a step. Yeah, I can have these guys take a step here to get a better angle on the shield guys. Okay, we'll do that. No lucky crits for me right now, at least not at the moment. The shield guys go after the pikemen. They're going to do quite a bit of damage, so I'm going to soften them up a little more, and I'm sort of banking on the bannermen trying to heal them, probably. We'll see. I don't remember. Did he use his heal? He used a buff. He used bulwark. No, he has not used his heal yet. So I'm pretty much just going to stay here and defend, because there's not really any reason not to. Yeah, he'll almost certainly heal. Nope. Well, the computer called me out on that one. But it doesn't really matter. His days are numbered. He's actually standing out in the open now, which leaves him quite vulnerable. I'll try to land a cheeky flank with my scout. There we go. Agatha can start running around. I don't think she's going to get there in time to do anything, but she can try. I do have that sprint, too, if I need to close distance on the next turn. Archers, 80% on that guy. Yeah, these guys are all going to die on this turn. So we can soften them all up. Stab and slash. And just like that, the battle's over. Nobody on my side has to die. 220 gold from that. That's a nice haul. That's going to go towards probably hurrying production of the Atrium of Light on the next turn, I think. And then all I really have to do is move Agatha's army up a little bit more. Not too much, because she's got to go deal with the bandit camp over here, ASAP. But I'll move her up a little bit more, just to like that spot there, so that she can reach this for the upcoming battle. And the scout can get as far as that point. And by this point, I'll have 3 scouts, so I'll be in pretty good shape for exploring the map. Dormant Enchantment is done. Selecting new oh, I've already selected Sundering Blades. It's reprompting me for some reason. Empire Development skill is available. Okay, what do we got now? Province improvements grant more city stability for each adjacent province improvement of the same type. It does not do me any good immediately right now. Might be good to pick up eventually, though. Also, in 3 turns, I will have that fruitful integration skill ready to go. So whenever I'm ready to found that next city, that's going to be quite helpful. For now, don't need anything from Empire Development, so I'll hang on to my Imperium just for the moment. Looks like there's some food up there, I think. Let's grab the tower and then think about getting that food. There's also a cartographer's tent here. Ooh, there's a rainbow clover here. Oh, hang on. How are these set up? Rainbow clover. These are probably 2 separate provinces. Yeah. Okay. So another decent spot for a Sun Shrine could be right here, because it's going to be next to Gus Keep and next to the Rainbow Clover. There's a lot of magic materials out here. This is going to be a really good spot for a new city. I think I have to start thinking about exactly the tile that I want it on, but I know it's going to be over here. Okay, that food is unfortunately guarded, so I don't think the scout needs to stick around back here, though, because I pretty much know where or what I'm going to do here. The hound can't run down there any further. Well, actually, he can. He could run a little bit further, but I'm pretty confident the city is going to go somewhere in this area, right kind of near the middle of all these magic nodes. So I'll just let the hound finish exploring that, and he can pick up that cartographer's tent. And these guys can move on in this direction and just start exploring the wider world, I think. All right, so Agatha is good to go. We'll have her rest on this turn. As long as I'm staying in my territory, I'm going to get all that health back, so that's good. And then she can maybe grab those on her way to the brigand camp, although I think I'm going to have her go set up an outpost first, just to let that city get started growing. Still a little tight on the mana income. I need to consider getting a rune carver's camp up pretty soon. And that's going to require some setup with quarries and stuff. Although, you can always move it later, so I could set it up now, but I won't get the bonus mana unless I actually have quarries. Otherwise, I could just build a shrine, which is actually probably what I'll do next. Alright, so I'm going to hold off on Dormant Enchantment just for the moment, because we don't quite have the mana to support a ton of enchantments. Well, actually, no, I'm being dumb about this. I can activate it, and it costs mana up front, but it's only 1 upkeep per unit. So I'm literally going to be spending 1 mana per turn on it for the exchange of just getting it up earlier and saving a turn later. That's probably worth it. Okay, let's do that. And let's go ahead and kill these nasty things on this, which looks like a surprisingly easy battle for... yeah, for a magic node, that's a low-risk battle. I think this is pretty good. Alright, we'll do auto combat and see how it goes. Agatha will have time to heal. No, I cannot afford to lose people right now. See, that's a problem, so we're going to have to redo this. This shouldn't be terrible. There is a decent number of units. Oh, and they do have... oh, they have that. Oh, I hate that. Oh, hang on. No, never mind. That's not the one that displaces units. It just dispels status effects. I can plan around that one. Okay. Probably want to get my archers in those trees, although it doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure that the archers... it doesn't really matter from a defensive perspective. I just want to make sure that the archers aren't having to shoot through the trees, which could be annoying. Otherwise, everyone can pretty much just pile up. In fact, I might do a little bit of an untraditional setup here. No, actually, this works. This is a good setup. Get Agatha out of the way, because I want her to be on the edges more. Dawn Defender should always be towards the middle. And let's see, there's my scout down there, so he can move up and just shoot from behind the line. Okay, this is good for now. Okay, that dispelled all those status effects. And now that that's at 0, every 2 turns all status effects on units are dispelled, I can still make use of Awakened here. So what I want to do is move the shield guy here, him there, and him there. Agatha might not quite be able to fit in to get the Awakened boost from this, unless I can get creative with unit positioning. I am not going to worry about that. Actually, I'm going to make sure she has it. She would have to run all the way around. Now, I'm going to leave her where she's at for now. We'll give it to just these guys, because that also benefits the scout down there. And now that they've all been awakened, I can actually get some great hits off right off the bat. Let's... okay, I missed, but I hit a guy behind the snake. There we go. Just do a bunch of damage up front. And we'll see if any of them try to run around this way. They might, because they're a little limited on their mobility based on where everyone is sitting. Okay. Now, my melee guys up front are going to take a little bit of a beating here. They really got to hold the line against quite a few units, but I think the archers will do enough damage from behind the lines that it's going to be all right. Now I got really easy hits, and the scout can actually land a kill here. It's always great if your scout can land a kill. Always useful. Agatha could go hit the snake with the axe. Probably, you know what, that might be worth doing. Ooh, I landed a crit. Oh, that's great. Okay. Do I want to use these guys? Yes, I do. I think I want to use these guys to kill the water elemental, get it out of the way, and then I could kill that snake, or I could kill that snake. This one has to move further, so it would... yeah, let's go ahead and kill this one. Oh, I landed a crit anyway. Alright, I am fine with this. Yeah. Agatha standing where she's at, she may take a hit, but, I mean, heck, the snake's not going to do anything to her, so that's fine. Yeah, let's just leave them set up the way they are. I think this is good. Okay, Awakened has been removed, but it doesn't really matter. I got the mileage out of it that I needed to. Ooh, landed a crit on defense. Perfect. And the snake's going to go back around and go after the shields instead of Agatha. This is fine. The shield guys are holding the line. They're doing exactly what shield guys need to do. Agatha can, on the other hand, actually get out and start having some fun, now that this guy is kind of alone and doesn't have a bunch of stuff that could swarm me afterwards. I am going to move the archers up, because with Awakened gone, they're a little less accurate now, and I want to make sure they're not missing attacks. So I can do this to kill that snake. The scout could soften these guys up. It probably doesn't actually matter, because I think the archers could kill them regardless, but I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, the archers definitely did. Let's pin the water elemental between the spear and Agatha, and then defend the spear with this guy. And the other golem doesn't really need to do anything. Oh, he's quite dead. I think he may have tried to rout or run. No, if he was routing, he wouldn't have taken an attack of opportunity. So he must have just tried to hit the pikeman because he didn't have anywhere else he could go. Anyway, wonderful battle. Okay, that's done, and great. We got spell-tempered shields popped up. That's the last one that I wanted. Gives me all the initial enchantments that I wanted from the Tome of Enchantment. And now that this scout is done here, he can basically go off to explore the world. There is a free food pickup out there. I will definitely be grabbing that. Also, my city can expand its borders again. As you can see, I cannot reach the sheep yet, but what I can do is, because I've gotten a lot of gold pickups, so I'm willing to drop a little bit on this to keep the borders going in the right direction. I'm going to hurry production of the Atrium of Light, and that allows my borders to expand to actually reach that far. I currently have, let's see, 2 foresters. I need another farm. I need another farm to boost the tavern, so I'll grab the farm and then can go straight into production of the tavern to start dealing with the issues that I'm having with happiness, as the city is currently unstable. So definitely want to get that under control. I also have unlocked the estate hall, although I need 3 foresters to boost that, but that's fine. Tavern is next on the list for sure. And this also opens up new options for unit production. I'm definitely going to invest in a Sun Priest. I did not start with a healer. These guys also could be particularly handy against the undead, although really that stuff that's surrounding me with all that haunted boneyard stuff, what I really want is my awakeners to deal with that crap. They would be a much better option because of all the spirit damage that High Culture's Awakeners can do. But for the time being, Sun Priest is good enough, gets me a healer, keeps my city busy. I'm fine with that. Sundering Blades is Tome of Enchantment, done. Select new research. Okay, we've already done all that. I keep clicking the notifications after I've already taken care of things. Let's see, can the dog find anything else cool back here? Nope, just looks like grassy flatlands, so we'll head over to the cartographer's tent. And now that I've gotten this whole area scouted out, I can really decide and pick where I want that city to go. Given that this city's borders are constrained and going in this direction, I probably want to lean more like away from where the city is. So let's see, there's sheep there. And I try to avoid, okay, sheep are fine. I try to avoid putting cities on spots that have like mines, because you can build like or quarries, because you can build mines on those. Sheep don't really matter because you can build farms pretty much anywhere there's grassland, which is like everywhere. So sheep are fine. I could build a city there. I could stick it back here, but then that takes away one decent spot for a sun shrine, although I still have this option over here, which is probably what I would end up doing anyway. So yeah, maybe I might be leaning towards here. That might be a pretty solid spot there, or because that puts me pretty close to all the resources I care about while still being kind of far away from my main city. I'll think about it a little bit more carefully as we get closer, but that's probably what I'm leaning towards. And now that battle's done, Agatha's army is free to move on to bigger and better things. I'm going to send her over here to get that pickup, and we can end my turn perfectly just inside our borders to get a little bit of healing, and that looks pretty good. I might have the scouts... I think I'm going to have this scout stay with Agatha a little bit longer. He can be kind of like the next one to be running around initiating battles while she moves around. It's very handy to have one. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but Agatha is a very nice little hobbit and gave the big orcs ponies to ride on, so I think they're adorable. Okay, ruler leveled up. Agatha has another level. Let's see what we can get her. So I do like to go pretty heavy, aside from sprint, which I think is just extremely useful from a utility perspective, and try to get her early. I tend to try to go for more of a support army leader build. I find that for the next level up, Twin Awaken ends up being really handy in the long run. So I might pick that up now, although Vigor is a great option too if you just want a little extra survivability. True Sight I don't find to ever be that useful, and Restore is fine, but there's other options to heal, especially for high culture. I think for now, since I've been using my spell to cast Awakening, I think I'll do Vigor instead of Twin Awaken. But once I get Vigor, that unlocks, as you can see, a lot of other stuff popping up, like defensive training, strength training. Later on, I'll get access to endurance training and precision training. Precision training is great because there's 10 crit chance right there, so it's very good for my build. For now, we'll just grab the health. The health is fine. I like having a nice round 100 health. It just feels nice. For my... Oh yeah, these scouts are going to be going all the way around. I do kind of like my territory here behind... There's like a big mountain range that sort of seems to be blocking me from enemies coming in that direction. That could be really handy. We're going to go ahead and start getting these other spells up. I will be losing some mana for a little while. Right now, though, Dormant Enchantment is... These Copper Golems are the only ones this actually applies to. So I've only got 1 mana upkeep on them specifically. It's 3 total, but I have enchantments active on archers too. The main thing is that I'm spending a lot more on summoning the spell in the first place, but I think it's still worth it. Sundering Blades, I'll get that started right away. That is a very powerful enchantment, especially for something you get right at the beginning of the game. Okay, I think everyone has finished all the movement they can do for now. I guess there's no harm in sending that scout ahead a little bit. To keep an eye on the brigand camp, but right now it doesn't look too scary. We're going to double check to make sure city's borders are all good. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Cycling around through the Independence and right back to me again. Okay, unfortunately, this city, I just noticed, did something that I don't like very much. They have taken the Archon blood that I wanted. Now, eventually, I will get the Archon blood from them. That's fine. I could also eventually absorb them and take it back and then re-release them as a vassal if I want to go that route. There are options for dealing with that. They did build a research post on it, so if I was to, say, put a Sun Shrine down here, I think it would still benefit from the research post. I don't know that for sure, but I think it would still benefit from the research post. Also, I just noticed there's something shiny over here, but I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a treasure chest. Might be worth running a unit over there to grab that. So, this might still be okay. I think for now, I'm not going to worry too much about it, although I do probably want to make sure I get that conduit. It's going to irritate the city-state if I take stuff they have a claim on, but eventually we're going to have to start claiming taking each other's claim provinces. Can't stay neutral forever on that. They'll get over it, is the important thing to understand. Okay, so that's a lot of fire units. I want to save Agatha's strength to clear the camp as soon as possible before it spawns more stuff. And it already does have a small army spawned there. Why don't I just make sure these guys stay within 3 tiles of Agatha, but aside from that, they're good where they are. Also, there's more sheep hidden down there, so that's cool. City's borders get big enough, they could probably reach them eventually. Alright, this is the scary camp that we don't want to go into. We can go past it, though, so that's fine. Gosh, if one of those starts sending stuff at me, that's going to be a pain. And then there's the Inferno Puppy. Let's go ahead and grab that. Ooh, a new location has been revealed. There's a city-state right over there. They're probably worth meeting, but I do think I want the puppy to come back and help Agatha fight stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna probably want his help. The scout can maybe run up there and meet them. They might be hostile, they might not. So we'll find out. They are not my race, that's for sure. Raiding little ones. Wondering who, if they're they have no keeper. Okay, so this is a neutral city state. They're not. Their race is not kept by anyone else in the game. They might be hostile to me, but they're not going to be affiliated with an enemy. Is a better way of saying that. Okay, so I get. Well, I can pick up more population for this city. I know I said Agatha was going to go found the outpost first, but I kind of changed my mind. Her route kind of goes right past that camp, so I'm going to deal with that first and then send her to go found the outpost. Let's see, you could run around and follow. You know what, just follow the road for now. No, it ends at that lair. Okay. Is there any watchtowers around that I can kind of see through the fog? Don't see anything. Not immediately in this area anyway. This looks like a narrow mountain pass that goes somewhere else, although potentially a really good city spot around here somewhere, I think. So let's keep that in mind. All right, make sure city doesn't need anything, and I think I'm good. I'll just keep working on that tavern. Gotta keep the people happy. Okay, so if Agatha moves in here, and then I attack with... Oh, I moved her closer than I needed to. Crap. That was a little bit of a waste of movement. I hope that doesn't cost me a turn on founding an outpost. I wish you could undo movement on the strategic map, but I understand why you can't do that, because then you could scout things and then undo it. So obviously that would be a balance issue, but yeah, we'll just do this. This is a safe battle. I'm going to try to get away with an auto on this. Probably will take that to save us all a little bit of time. We'll take that auto. That's not too bad. Mask of Precision, Ring of Protection. Both great items. Robe of Resistance, too. All good. Of course, the Mask of Precision doesn't benefit Agatha that much because it gives an accuracy bonus, but the extra defense is still nice. The Robe of Resistance is still good, and the Ring of Protection is better than the Ring of Resistance because it gives both. So Agatha just became quite a bit tankier, and I am perfectly fine with that. All right, and did she level up again? No, she did not level up there. Okay. So I'm going to move her towards where I want to make that new city. I do want to make sure that I'm not going to miss... That says it's a risky battle? Yeah, that probably is a risky battle. I need to get us... Oh, wait, hang on. There's another mana node down there. There's actually a lot of nice stuff crammed into this little corner back here. Makes me potentially reconsider where I'm putting my city. I could stick it here and focus on expanding this city's borders more in this direction. That's a good, tough question. I think I'm still kind of leaning towards... Actually, this spot might be perfect. It's pretty close to the enemy encampment, so I can defend it a little easier, but it's also right next to Gus Keep. It's far enough south that it can reach this stuff, but it's also far enough north that it can get all of this, too, including the... Well, not the Haunted Graveyard, but like the mana, the quarry over there. I think I kind of like this spot. I think that's what I'm going to go for, if Agatha can get up there in time. She can't make it on this turn, but on the next turn she can, so let's do that. Okay, and now I get to pick a new tome. Okay, so this is where things start to get interesting. There's a lot of options here, obviously, for your next Tier 1 tome. A good choice for if you were using, let's say you wanted to do a crit build with the Mounted Fury Archers, with the Barbarians, you could go with Tome of the Beast, grab Animal Kinship. That is a very good one because as long as you're adjacent to a mounted unit, you'll be getting that 10% crit chance bonus. Very solid choice. Not exactly for my build, though. I am actually instead going to be probably picking up the Tome of Zeal. And I don't want to spoil why, because in the long run, the Tome of Zeal will be very good. But I think this is most likely what I'll be picking up. There are other noteworthy mentions, of course, the Tome of Cryomancy or Tome of Pyromancy, either one, giving you access to elemental arrow damage, which pairs very well with all the other buffs your archers are getting. But I think in my specific case, Tome of Zeal is probably the better option, mostly because some of the stuff in here is going to become quite useful later on. Condemnation is also pretty good. Inspiring Chant is very good. Legion of Zeal is a good unit enchantment. It doesn't affect my archers. There is a different one for that, but it does give my units Zeal, allowing them to deal extra spirit damage, which would be very handy for all the dragons that are around me. So yeah, I think we're going to select Tome of Zeal.
The fervor of righteousness is a gift.
Alright, so which one of these do I want first? Probably Legion of Zeal. Condemnation is also a very solid choice for helping to deal with those dragons. The Zealot, I don't really care about a whole lot. I think I want Condemnation for sure, because that's going to be very handy for whenever I have to deal with those dragons. I'm going to pick Legion of Zeal as the first research to get that enchantment up for bonus damage on my units. That's going to be bonus spirit damage and even more spirit damage if the enemies are condemned. So it pairs very well with the AoE attack that I locked in place. Sundering Blades is ready. I'm going to go ahead and enchant my units' weapons. Very, very good. And I can start with Spell-Tempered Shields now. I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll go ahead and get that now. I'll have more mana income before too much longer, so we'll get that sorted out. Also, I think clearing that quarry there helped me finish the tavern quite a bit faster. I'm going to go straight to the bathhouse. I've got the 2 farms and 1 quarry needed to do that quickly, and we want to try to boost that city stability back up to the positives. So we'll just go straight to a bathhouse. And then after that, I probably need to, when the borders expand, grab a research post here and maybe consider putting a sun shrine down here where that quarry is, and seeing if I can benefit, if the sun shrine gets the benefit from both research posts. So next time the city grows, I think I'll pick that up. In fact, I may pick that up now. I'm only 15 population away. Yeah, let's do that. As long as I think I should have enough Imperium to do everything else that I want to do. Yeah, let's grab the research post here. I may make this a conduit later for other reasons. But right now, no one is threatening taking this. It is tempting. It is tempting because the Tranquility Pool would be very nice. But I think I'll get that on my next expansion. I really want to focus in on research first. So we're going to get the research post. And the city can just continue to grow, carry on as it has been. Click off of that. And new Empire skill available. So I definitely know for sure that I'm going to want Fruitful Integration, so I'm just going to grab that now. And then Agatha's army should be able to found the outpost on the next turn, and then I can very quickly turn it into a city. Now that that camp is gone, I am going to move the scout down here a little bit more. I think I kind of want to just make sure that this dead ends down here. There is another magic material down there. Focus crystals. Okay. Lots of good stuff crammed into this tiny little corner. Lots of good stuff. Wow. Okay. Because there's a node here, there's a node here. There's resource nodes on every single one of these tiles that I'm clicking on, except for that underground passage. There is a gold mine on that. But aside from that, every single... Now this, granted, has a lost wizard on it. I cannot kill that frigging thing. I hate those guys. I can't kill him anytime soon. But aside from that, that's looking really good. In fact, one of the issues that I'm running into here is that everywhere I look, there are resource nodes. Literally everywhere. So, yeah, I think Agatha can continue on with the original plan. I'm going to have this scout go try to meet this city, I think. So let's see if I meet them when I get here. Yes, I do, so I don't need to go. They are hostile. I'll just say so be it and move on with my life. Now there is... Let's see. If I pick up this, I was told by one of the people watching my channel, I think it might have been Impregnable. It was either Impregnable or Chris Lighthawk, one of those two. But they were telling me that destroying an infestation or conquering a free city grants a stacking 300 relations to all other cities for 10 turns. This can be used, if you want, to help you end a war. Now, unfortunately, end a war with a vassal state, or with a city-state specifically. Now, unfortunately for me, I just cleared an infestation, and I'm not planning on conquering a city-state, so it doesn't really do me any good immediately, like right now. But it could still do me good in the near future. So that is something that is definitely worth keeping in mind. Also, I'm kind of wondering, maybe I'll just stick the outpost here, and I could actually cram an entire another city over here, instead of putting it more like up. Having it here so it can easily reach all the stuff down in that corner and expand out. The only problem is I feel like putting an outpost here constrains this city a little bit, because this city would then have to expand more in and around the vassal city rather than coming this way. But there's not really a lot to get coming this way either. I think, you know what, for the sake of being faster, but there is that rainbow clover up there that I almost forgot about. Also could stick it right there. That's maybe the most central, but hang on. That's 1, 2... That is all one... No, that's 2 separate provinces. So I'd have to expend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get all the way down there. That's doable. With town hall upgrades, that's easily doable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then going this way, it'd be 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I think just because of the odd shape of this, it makes it a little better for a starting city spot because it touches more tiles and could therefore reach further in any direction. So I'm going to stick with my plan on that. Let's see, now I've got 2 scouts kind of in the same area. They should probably split up. So I think I'll send this guy more this direction. I do see some spots up here that would be pretty good for a city. Maybe that right there. Maybe I could do on top of the hill, or more like in a choke point back there. There's a lot of options there. Okay, proceeding with our vassal. That's fine in terms of our relationship. That's pretty good. And we can get that outpost. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to found both outposts fairly quickly. What I'm going to do is use Agatha to found one over here. Like I said, on this tile, I think. I'm not entirely sure where it's going to put the actual city center, though. It's hard to tell where the actual center of the province is. Yeah, so I guess I just have to move Agatha onto it and find out. She can go here. Can I take that? That's a little on the tough side right now. With Zeal, maybe, but right now I'm just getting spell-tempered shields up, so I'll enchant these guys, get their shields buffed up. It's just only on shield units, so it's not a lot of enchantment upkeep right now. Oh, look, these guys want to come pick a fight. I'm going to take... It says low-risk battle, but my army's also a little beat up, so and these guys are running in to attack me. So what I think I'm going to do is click on this province. We're going to build the outpost. Okay, it's going to plant it much closer to the dragons where the outpost is, which is what I wanted. That's good. So I think that's fine. And it is, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much 5 spaces away. Yeah, from anything that I want. So that would be within range of a town hall. And that's before even considering the nature. I think you can actually 6 from the town hall upgrade. So it's actually more than what I need. So, and then there's a nature affinity upgrade that can give you an extra +2 range, so you can really stretch your cities out, which I really like to do. I think that's a lot of fun. Because I'm building this, I'm not going to attack those guys. I'm going to go ahead and clear out these guys. I want Agatha's army to heal, but this army isn't quite as scary as what's sitting on that. So I'm going to auto this. Hope they don't take... Yeah, that's fine. That's a fine auto result. As long as the damage is spread somewhat evenly and there's not too much of it, I'm fine with that. And then our Agatha, once that outpost is up, can stay here and take some time to heal if needed. I'm actually going to move that army there. I don't have to keep them in the borders, but I think this spot is okay because then I could still use the Hound to launch a battle on the next turn if I want to. I don't know for sure if it's worth it or not, but I may try. I think, okay, good. I could build a forester there for my new city, so that's good. I'm going to want that. The ruler leveled up. I think I'm going to want... I like both defensive training and strength training, but I kind of opt for defensive training. Having all your units have extra defense and resistance is just really good. So we're going to take that. Agatha's army can stay where they're at for the moment. And the scout, I think, can... Actually, you know what? Let's take a peek underground to see what's maybe lurking down here. It's got to wait until the next turn, which is fine. I'll send this guy up, lean a little bit more to the north so I can kind of scout out the edge of that mountain range. There's a wolf right there. And this scout I'm going to have come through here. Looks like a little mountain kind of nook right here. I sort of like that from a defensive perspective, especially if I'm anticipating enemies come through this area. But it is on a research... no, wait, that's just battlefield remnants. You know, I think... That'll be the next city, probably. I'll probably put it right in that spot, because that's just a pickup. It's not like a magic node that I could build a research post on or anything. So I'll have to kind of consider the area here a little bit more, I think. But since these are all spots that could have magic, or like that could be a mine, I kind of like that spot. I like how it's nestled into the mountains there like that. Seems pretty good to me, so that's probably what I'll lean towards. Alright, let's end the turn, as long as my city can't grow. And I find that I need to check that pretty regularly, because in my co-op game with my friend Joel, I kept forgetting to look at that. So yeah, odds are, what I'll do is I will get my next hero when this outpost finish, or, well, it is an outpost. It's going to become a city in one turn. Now, should I go ahead and get the work camp? I'm not going to. I'm going to go straight to a city with this one, because I want to get the next outpost up and ready. So we're going to go straight for the city of the Lucky Orcs. We can grow it from there, because I'm already going to start it with an extra population, so I can get a boosted granary right off the bat by making a forester here, or really on any of these tiles. There's plenty of options, but I'll probably opt for the for this one, just because it gets that gold mine in my territory. Very close to that. Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately when you build an outpost, the healing doesn't actually proc until after, like you have to end your turn on the outpost once it's already built, not while it is building. So Agatha's army didn't regenerate any extra health, although she does have the Horn of Plenty, which is still handy. This does say a low-risk battle. I think I'm going to let them heal just for one turn. Because gargoyles actually do a respectable amount of damage. I do have a lot of awaken bonuses. I can also get Legion of Zeal, which is going to give my unit spirit damage that do bonus damage to these rock enemies, the gargoyles, and really, if it's a rock enemy, spirit damage does quite a bit more to it. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll just wait with Agatha, wait with the dog, and allow myself to get that next enchantment in there. Legion of Zeal is done. Select new research. I do want to get Condemnation. I had locked that in, so let's pick that up. Another one that I want is the AOE buff that you can get from this tome. Outpost province. Okay, that's good. Orders required. Let's go. Let's have him go underground. I see nasty things down here, but they can't reach me. That is a dead end. You can kind of tell if you pan the map around a little bit. You can cheese it a little. I'm going to go the other way with the scout and see what I can find down here. A lot of times the underground is really blocked off in this game. You're really expected to dig. In fact, I can already tell that's a dead end. But it does normally have some pretty nice structures in it, and you can find treasure from digging. I don't know that I'll do much underground in this game. I didn't pick underground adaptation. I don't have any special bonuses towards it, but I think there's enough interesting stuff above ground that I probably want to stick up here. If I go forward a bit, there's a tower there and what looks like another really nice choke point. So I can start locking myself into my little corner of the map. And if I can manage it, I can protect myself that way. Much easier. Okay, now I am at -2, the Pyreborn Hunt. I am honored to join you. Yeah, let's do it. This is normally a pretty easy quest, and a lot of times it spawns it pretty close to where your leader or one of your cities is. Yeah, it's right down there, so I can go down and grab that. And now I can respond to a hero's offer to join. So, who's going to be my first? I think, let's see. You can always respec what they do, but you can't change the weapons they start with. I do really like getting a Bacterium boost right off the bat, or an affinity boost right off the bat. I find that to be very nice. But I don't think I'm going to do that with this particular case. Builder is very good, plus 30 production income, as long as you can keep up enough gold to supply all the buildings you're building. Ambusher, I'm not sure what that does. Oh, universal camouflage, don't care about that. It is worth looking at what they're holding. He's got a orb, magecraft, that's all. Is it a... No, it's just a basic spirit orb. Nothing fancy on him, so probably not that guy. This lady is a contender with her her buff. Again, just an orb, so nothing fancy. She does start with Magecraft 1 and Overwhelm Tactics. What about you guys? Afflictor, Burning, Bleeding, or Poisoned. That's actually a pretty nice variety of debuffs, but not enough to pick a hero around. I think I would rather have Builder. 30 production's a lot, especially in a brand new city. So, yeah. We're going to go... I think we're going to go with this lady, unless this guy has something really good. No, he's just another orb user. Okay. This lady it is. All right. Congratulations. Welcome to the army. You should immediately ride out this way and found another outpost. Oh, there's a mana pickup over there. That would be handy. Actually, that would be really handy right now. My scout's going to go grab that. Cross over the mountains there and go get it. Okay, Flat Spire produced bathhouse. So, solves happiness problems in this city for now. I probably should get back to the research stuff, because research is so terribly important for me. The next one's going to require 2 quarries. The city will grow in 2 turns, though, and it's going to take 4 turns for that to finish, so that's fine as it is. Definitely want to add this lady as governor of this city. Let's look at the difference here, because because I have the started with what I did, have the nature upgrade. I start with that extra population. I will use it on a forester, right? That's normally my initial move, to get the forester to build the store, to boost the storehouse. Now the storehouse finishes in 4 turns, but if I add her as the governor, I'm going to have much more production. Now it does still say, oh no, yeah, it cut down 2 turns. So yeah, much faster. Wow, everything in that city is going to build so fast. My gold is going to have trouble keeping up. Fortunately, we have a solution for that. It's called Pillage a Gold Mine. Low risk battle now instead of, well, I think it was low risk before. We'll see what Otto says. I lost my hound. I don't really want to lose my hound, so we're going to retry this. I would like to evolve that hound. I don't really want to lose any units this early in the game. This is another one of those that's set up very well for me to hold a hilltop and defend, so I'm going to be doing that. Now, I only have 17 mana. I need to use that carefully in this one, and it's probably going to need to be used on... Wait, hang on. Did I give these guys Legion of Zeal, or did I... Oh, hey, I got an Iron Golem now. Okay, crap. I forgot to give them Legion of Zeal. That was the whole point before coming into this battle of doing this. Okay, well, nuts. That's unfortunate and a little embarrassing, but we'll work around it. I think we'll still be fine. The Awaken buff will still give me spirit damage. I just need to make sure I pile everyone on top of each other in a way that they can all benefit from it. And I can cast it once. Alright. So, get the archers on the hill, and probably, like, right on the edge of the hill, I think, in this case. So, like, there. Get these guys here. Iron Golem can defend this point. These guys go here. And the way I've set this up is... Okay, hang on. I can work around this, I think. I've set this up in kind of a little bit of a silly way, but I've got enough movement to do this. I want to move the shields here, Agatha here. Yeah, there we go. Get that bonus on all of them. That takes 10 of my mana. I'm down to a total 7 mana now. So not exactly rolling in mana, but it's okay. And then I'm going to move these guys back here. These guys here, and I want... Well, they actually can't just fly directly to that spot, so... I don't actually need to guard that particular angle. I'm going to leave Agatha and the dog in a spot where they can run out and assist when things start taking damage. I think I want Agatha here and the dog there. And then we can start plucking things with arrows and try to lower the damage. I find these gargoyles to actually be quite damaging. They can't take a lot of hits, but they hit pretty hard. It's that shock hit. Oh, I forgot those guys can phase. Well, that's a little bit of a problem, but being immobilized doesn't really hurt me that bad. It's just that they did a little bit of damage to everything. Okay, Agatha is going to have to go deal with that. That is extremely unfortunate that I did not see that coming. Because I really... Well, actually, you know what? It's fine, actually. This guy actually isn't threatening my archers. He's looking the wrong way. So the archers can still assist with things. Yeah, they all can. Okay, well, I'm still going to use Agatha to hit that guy. And probably have to use the spearmen or the shield guys to whittle him down a bit. Or I could use, you know what, actually... I'm going to use the archers to hit him and rely on the defense of that Iron Golem to carry him through this fight. I can, of course, send the Hound out to do something, but he can't really help in any meaningful way with anything right now. So yeah, let's just get this guy out of here before he becomes a bigger problem than he already is. I may have the Hound... Oh, you know what I could do? The Hound could finish him off. That's perfect. He does just enough damage. Okay. This is fine. Then these guys can probably need to get aggressive, actually. Yeah, let's damage... Let's get some casualties on those guys to knock them down a few notches. Agatha could go either way on this one. I think I'm going to have her go to the north side. She can go here. Do a nice big chunk of damage on that, allowing the pikemen to move forward. Now these guys can't just fly right over me, okay? So the pikemen can move forward, damage him, and I can put Iron Golem in defense to protect those units. And I think that's literally all I can do. Okay, he wants to go punch the Inferno. Okay, they can fly right over me. It's just the movement indicator didn't make it look like they could. It's not a huge problem. I can get them out of there pretty easily. I think Agatha can solve that. quite handily on her own. There we go. And then I am free to attack other things. I'm probably going to go ahead and use the pikes to deal most of the damage to this guy. He'll take retaliation, that's okay. And have the shield finish him off. And then I can use the archers to damage these guys down. That's a nice crit there. And I think the only units remaining are the shield and the dog, which is fine. We'll let the dog take that attack of retaliation. It'll be 8. If the shields would take... Oh, the shields would only take 2. Let's just use the shields. There we go. Battle over. Not too bad. And before I forget, I should cast Legion of Zeal. However, I'm out of mana, so I need to do something about that. I really need to build a shrine. That's going to have to take priority over the research, unfortunately, because I am losing 2 per turn, and I'm going to run out if I don't get that done soon. And I can't really afford to cast an enchantment that's going to affect 4 different units, because I'm going to dip. That'll put me down at -6 instead of -2. So I'll just keep that enchantment ready to go for now. I can always cast it later. Okay, and let's see. Agatha's army, at this point, probably needs to make sure to end their turn in the borders of the city, but I could go here and be ready to attack that stuff. Although, she actually needs to go south. I forgot, there's that quest down there. So I don't want to forget about that quest. But, I don't know. I could clear this fairly quickly and at least get the quarry in the borders. Might be worth doing anyway. Because the quest, I have 25 turns to do that. Yeah, that's not going to be any time in any rush. So yeah, I'll move Agatha here and the dog here. There we go. And then let's see, my other hero is good. They're moving out there to found the city. Scout can get mana on the next turn. And of course, new city founded. Great stuff. I'm going to not boost population yet, because I'm probably going to want to found another city fairly soon, but we'll see. I may need to boost it just to get... Well, no, not really. I could just build a library there instead. That's something I can figure out when I come back to it, because as it turns out, I've been recording this episode for about an hour, which means it's about time to wrap it up. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this week. It'll only be 2 this week, so this will be the final episode in this set. If you have comments or feedback, be sure to leave them here. I'd be happy to read those. Let me know if I'm screwing anything up. Again, I feel like I got a pretty good grasp at this game, but it has only been out for like a month, so we're all still learning. Let me know if I messed something up or if there's anything I can improve. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying this series so far, and I will see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.